Hey everyone, it's Wama and I hope you are doing well, and in today's video we are going to be taking another dive into some more disturbing YouTube videos, and we do have 3 videos that we are going to be taking a look at today, so sit tight because these are most likely going to mess up your sleep schedule, at least a little bit. But real quick, because I do need to pay my bills, we're going to roll into a sponsor real quick and then we'll get straight into the video. We all have bad habits, like the kind you think you're doing so well without, and then you're out with your friends and they're all reaching for their bad habits, and you feel that urge to not be left out and asked to borrow one of theirs. Well, what if I was to tell you that there's a better alternative to help kick your bad habit in an enjoyable way? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavor device that draws flavor to your mouth, filling the void so you can ditch your bad habit. It's also made to fidget with, calming anxiety with magnets, snaps, and clicks. Flavored air isn't like vaping. If vapor was compared to sticky soda, Fume cores are closer to herbal teas. Fume has lots of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint and orange vanilla. With a flavored air, you can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion. And my personal favorite is the crisp mint, which tastes incredibly nice, like a wave of freshness. Fume has served over 150,000 customers, and you can be the next success story. For a limited time, use my code WAMAN to get 10% off a journey pack today. Head to tryfume.com, that's tryfum.com, and use code WAMAN or scan the QR code on screen to save 10% off your order today. So Lacy's Wardrobe at first glance seems to be this fun children's game in the same ballpark as, cool math games, Run 3, or Papa's Pizzeria. You can even throw in Club Penguin in there. But in the description of the first video it states, "A cute little game that I found after many years. I remember playing this as a child, LOL." Because this game with its innocent appearance couldn't be farther from that. Now we have done a dive into the Lacy Games videos before in this video, because in that video we only really looked at Lacy's Wardrobe, and in that video you would play dress up with the character named Lacy. However, the more that you play, you would discover that someone was following Lacy. The person would leave her disturbing messages and would eventually follow her home.
Did you see my stacks, Lacy? I can't wait to meet him.
And says, "Please help, he's going to kill me." The video was extremely disturbing, especially considering the fact that at the end of the video, we find out that the man eventually kidnapped Lacy and ended up eating her remains.
Lacy, did you like it? I'm here. Open the door, my darling. Open the door. Open the...
The Lacy Games are honestly really dark, and in the second episode called Lacy's Diner, things follow a very similar approach, maintaining that incredibly dark theme. Because in the second episode, we're met with someone who has discovered this old Flash game, another version of Lacy's Games. And in this one, it takes place in a diner as opposed to the dress-up game we saw in the last one. Hey guys, today I wanted to show you a very weird secret ending I found in one of those old Lacy Flash games. I found it in a Flash archive site and felt nostalgic because I played so many Lacy games in my childhood, but I ended up coming across an ending I had never seen. And, well, you'll see. Let's start. And with that, this disturbing version of the Lacy game begins with prompting you that Lacy is about to open her brand new diner. However, she will need your help to keep up with so many hungry customers. So from this game's little description, you would expect the game to have a very similar playstyle to either Papa's Pizzeria or Papa's Freezeria, both classics. And while the gameplay is very similar, the ending as described to us earlier is really where things begin to take a turn. Because as the person plays the game, they begin to assemble all the ingredients that are used to create the meal. It all really seems simple enough, at least until this happens.
Can you please get me? That's good.
And after this, the game seemingly goes back to normal, at least for now. And when the meal is finally prepared, you feed each customer what they ordered. And from this little segment, it seems that the game has just reverted back to normal. The next 3 days, Lacy makes different recipes, so I'm skipping to the ending so I can start showing you the alternative. Once you complete all 3 days of Lacy's kitchen, on the 4th day, the same as earlier glitch occurs. And we get this image of Lacy in a rundown kitchen, the words stupid, useless, slow, and failure appearing on screen. A date in the bottom right says June 29th, 2006. And just based off of this image, it really seems like Lacy was never in a restaurant cooking for customers, but rather she was imagining the entire thing and just cooking in her kitchen, although the opinions that she has of herself still remain the same. The game eventually shifts back and says, "Oh no, you ran out of time and your customers went somewhere else to eat. But do not fret, there is always tomorrow." And you can see the face of sheer disappointment on Lacy's face. The game then brings us outside of the restaurant called Lacy's. Lacy saying, "This is all I have, and all the customers are angry and unforgiving. If I fail, I see no other option other than..." And I'm not going to say what Lacy says, but it is heavily implied. Quote, "Yeah, this is not for kids. What the F? I'm skipping to the second day. It just gets worse from here." And on the second day, you pretty much follow the same routine as before. However, this time around, you're supposed to bake a strawberry cake as opposed to the meals you were making before. But suddenly the game glitches and it says, "It was still twitchin', for memories are no substitute. Part of the ingrained paranoia was owed directly to the face that they used to teach kids such perverse, little bizarre lies that they passed off as the truth." And once again, the customers leave because Lacy was unable to prepare their food in time, but this time she has something to say about it. She says, "Why can't these effing bees just wait 3 minutes for their effing food? I am trying my hardest, and yet I am almost running out of money to survive. This isn't fair. It isn't fair. It isn't fair. Tomorrow I'm going to give them something to eat, all right. They'll face what they did to me." And it's then when Lacy begins making a concoction of perhaps the worst things imaginable to put inside of a meal, starting off with cigarette butts. These moments were hard to forget because they were super glued from my heels to my thighs, and not even the strongest bird could peck them off. The smoke tinted me in gray forever, and it made me tear up so much. I almost cried in front of him once. Never again. The next thing she adds is a cockroach. First, they dominated the ceiling of my room, but then I started seeing them everywhere. Bugs and bites and ash, and vomit where they shouldn't have been. They were all cloudy but crisp and very jumpy, and I wanted to suck it all inside of me like a reverse frog dissection and end. And the things that Lacy begins to add to the recipe get increasingly worse, as do the diary entries regarding each item. However, the last item that she adds is perhaps the most unsettling ingredient because it's a person. But then the following sequence is of Lacy feeding the grotesque meal to all of her customers, and because of this all of the customers fell ill, and Lacy's kitchen was subsequently closed due to health code violations. Lacy saying, "This is it then." And in an alleyway, we can see Lacy on the ground, unalived. There are also a few other episodes in this series that somehow get even darker, so if you do want a full video on the Lacy Games, do let me know. The next video was created by Vibing Leaf, but in this video titled TrueLab.wmv, it features the protagonist of Undertale named Frisk, as they explore this very dark area of the game. Once they enter the door, the area they find themselves in looks barren and forgotten. There's nothing inside and nowhere to go, except to go deeper into this place. And exploring this place further, they eventually stumble upon another character. You can hear it breathe. There's a note aside her. It reads, "Something has breached into the lab. Something has messed everything up. I don't know what happened. All the cameras had been blocked." Frisk continues walking through the corridors. The place is abandoned and has been for quite some time, and there appear to be no signs of life. That is, until they make this encounter. And then in Undertale battle fashion, you're supposed to time the line so it lands in the middle, that way you can perform your attack. However, what's strange is that the player misses, and it kind of seems like it's on purpose. Please, this is not the time. Please do something. The player then misses again. Just do something, please. And then again, the player misses. But yeah, very creepy video by Vibing Leaf, and also be sure to check out their new plushie. It just dropped and it's pretty cool. There's also one more video by Vibing Leaf that I did want to check out called Herobrine.mp4, because Vibing Leaf at this point is pretty known for turning the most unhorrifying things into something you'd see in your nightmares. The video begins and you're loaded into a seed and everything seems pretty normal, although it does seem to be a very old version of Minecraft. And after turning your head, not only do you see the infinite terrain, you see him. And turning your head once again, he's gone. And soon everything is gone, but someone is trying to communicate with you. Alright, so this last video we're going to check out is called The Crying Cave, which was created by The Chilling Abyss. This day begins and we're shown a highlighted area followed by what appears to be someone falling out of the sky. Everything in this video is very strange, but then the video tells us who this could have been, randomly falling from the sky. A body was found near Redacted on July 19th. A folded missing persons poster and a video camera were found close to the body, to which we are then shown several missing people who were all last seen entering the Crying Cave. Sarah Brown, 16, Jack Miller, 12, and Daniel Smith, 15. Sarah Brown and Daniel Smith, two of the missing teenagers, were found safe and sound with their families. Jack Miller does not exist. The tape switches to footage recorded on the night of July 18th, 1988, and we can hear the cries coming from the cave. And instead of leaving the cave as any normal person would do after hearing random cries coming from a weird cave, the person recording ends up going deeper inside of this dreadful place. But then the cries begin to get louder, and it's only then when the person tries to escape the cave. But what they find instead is a hole in the earth that looks like there's light coming out of it, and they fall inside. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I'm sorry it was kind of short. I do have kind of a lot on my plate right now, but I still wanted to get this video out for you guys. And as always, huge thank you to all of my channel members, as well as my ultimate tiers, Dreadator, Kareem Ariano, Alejandro from the Tower, K-Pop Lover X3, and 1998. If you want early access to videos, as well as your name right here, it's only $1.99. And yeah, that's everything. I love you so much. See you later. Bye. Stay safe. Bye. Love you. Bye.